Okay, welcome to this video. I've seen plenty online on YouTube on how to replace a radiator. I'm looking to replace this one. It's got a leaky bleed valve. It's corrosed, and I can't remove it, so the radiator needs to be replaced. It's just for information. It's a Meissen radiator, 530mm high. 1352mm wide, so I've ordered and received a like for like, so I don't need to mess around with pipework or the racks, which is good news. But I found a nice little tip which is going to help me save the carpet. So let me just zoom in a little bit here. Okay, this is the rad. I've got plenty of tools and everything ready. I thought this lock shield was faulty, but I'll show you in a second that it's not. And every video I've seen is talking about cracking this nut here with another wrench or adjustable on there to support the valve to release the pressure to remove the water. This is Loctite. I can't remove it without twisting the valve. So I've found out if you have this type of, I don't know what this is called, probably an elbow compression adapter connector, I don't know, whatever it is, but it's connecting the 8mm microbore piping into the valve which goes into the rad. So what I've found to remove this, let me pan out. I've got the thermostat on this side, the TRV there. Okay, so there's a replacement rad tilting up in this room, which if you want to have a look, it's full of owls everywhere for no apparent reason, but there we go. Right, okay, so the tip is to remove this nut. I've loosened it already and I've released some of the water, so there's nothing coming out, so that valve is holding it. The microbore tubing is flexible, pliable, well, it's not pliable but flexible, so I can move it out of the way. Let's just see if this still works. I should see some water coming out. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's doing its job. Let's turn it off. So now I'll be able to disconnect the radiator. Same with this side, I've already done it. Take this outside, remove these by twisting them off, replace them into the new one, into the connectors here, and refit it. I've also found a nice little tip is the use of a spare lock shield, and the reason for this is because you've got one on the left and one on the right, doesn't matter what type of valve, the principle's still the same. To loosen this nut, it's a good idea before you try and touch it is to identify by holding it in one hand, the same side as the one you're going to remove, and whether you need to rotate the nut up or down to loosen it. Same with this one, towards the wall or away from the wall. That's the tip I've used. It's worked, so I'm pleased with that. So I've not seen this in another video. There might be some out there, but assuming there's not, I'm now going to remove this. Because these are switched off, it's going to hold the water, and Bob's your uncle, replace it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.